So we basically cover a wide range of different activities that you could do when visiting a place. And of course, it's also in partnership with the Department of Tourism, which is fantastic. It's also in partnership with all the local government units of the towns that we're visiting. So the government is involved. And I think it's really nice because a lot of the places that I'm going to get to visit, I've never been to. So I'm also going to be a tourist in my own country. And I think that for me is probably the most exciting part about it.
A tourist in our own country, no better way to term it. So we have many Filipinos who, when they think of vacation, their idea of it is to go abroad.
Yes.
What makes, how can this show,
Well, as you said, we have over 7,000 islands. That's a lot of islands to explore. I don't even think you can do that in a lifetime. And, it's so close to home. If you don't have much time, especially if you only have 2-3 days off work, traveling too far away, sayang oras. So, for me, it's a lot better, if you can explore other parts of the Philippines because we're so rich. We have beaches, we have forests, we have mountains, we have sand dunes, we have everything. There's something for everyone in the country. If you want to go on a hike, you can go hiking. If you're a big foodie, Filipino food is awesome. It's also on the rise internationally as well. Which makes me very excited for the food segment because I get to try all the local foods from the provinces or the cities that we visit. So there, I think really learning, because again, people always think that the Philippines is maybe Manila, Boracay, and all the other famous islands, but there's so much more in the country. There's so many different dialects, there's so many different subcultures within the country itself that us Filipinos don't really get to explore because we're so focused on traveling out of the country. But I feel like the Philippines is so rich.
So is it safe to say that Thank God's Weekend will also focus on some exotic places that have yet to be explored?
Yes. Definitely places I've never been to. So I'm really excited about that. I don't know if I can disclose some of them.
Yeah, just two.
Just two?
Okay.
Which ones am I allowed to disclose? Pagadian City. I've never been. And Tawi-Tawi. I'm very excited about Tawi-Tawi because obviously that's in Mindanao and people have such a bad impression about the area. So I'm really excited to go and visit and to basically show that it's safe. And it's beautiful. I heard the islands there is so beautiful and the culture is so rich because it's the Muslim side of the Philippines, so it's not well explored either. So yeah, definitely exciting times ahead for the show.
Definitely exciting. When you mention Tawi-Tawi, it doesn't sound like vacation, of course, to a normal millennial.
No, it doesn't. But that's the whole point of the show, is to basically show the viewers that you can go there and you can have fun and you can discover new things about the Philippines or that part of the Philippines. And yeah, that's why, again, the show is really exciting for me.
So the show is not just about getting to know a certain place, but it will also give you a complete itinerary that you can follow.
Yes, exactly. And that's a lot of thing. That's the thing. A lot of my followers, whenever I post photos on Instagram of where I am, they always ask me, Maggie, what's your itinerary? So wherever we visit, we're literally going to show. I don't know if you noticed on the trailer, there's little pins. Even when it comes to the food, there's going to be little pins on what's in the food, like the ingredients that are in the food. So it's very information heavy. So it's not just visually stunning, but you will learn a thing or two as well while watching the show.
So is it safe to say that when they follow the itinerary, they get to see how Miss Maggie Wilson travels too?
Absolutely.
And I think that's what they want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Traveling isn't always about being luxurious. What I love about traveling is you can be super chill and relaxed, and you can go off the beaten path. And I prefer traveling to places where there's nobody. I really don't like traveling to places that are so tourist heavy. And so visiting places like Tawi-Tawi or Pagadian City, I've never been there, and I don't think there's a large influx of tourists that go. Also excites me because I'll get to see the place a little bit sooner than everyone else. And I love visiting raw places like that. I love discovering places that people haven't been to before.
And a lot of the people who follow you are millennials, and of course Instagrammers. I am very excited to see them go to these places as influenced by you. So is it safe to say you will explore both crowded cities and those that are off the beaten path?
Yes. Although more often than not, I will pick a destination where there's less people. Don't know why. I guess I just like the quiet. I really love discovering a new spot or a new place that I feel like not a lot of people know about. That for me as a traveler, that's the best feeling ever. I don't like visiting super crowded places because I feel like everybody's there, and there's not much, everybody knows about it. So I want to go somewhere where that isn't so popular. That hopefully, if I post about it or share it, people will want to go there too.
What is the best part about traveling, and why do you encourage everyone to travel, to get out of their comfort zones and travel?
I think the thing about traveling is you learn so much about people, about culture, and about yourself. When you travel, you learn to adjust to different circumstances, like different locations and cultures and people. Because, of course, it's not the same as traveling around the city, where you're so used to
Definitely.
the lifestyle that's in the city. Whereas when you go outside of the city, sometimes things aren't always going to go your way. You're going to have to adjust, like, there's no public transportation. Or sometimes you have to drive yourself. In some cities, you have to take a motor to get around. There's no taxis, there's none of that. And that for me really builds, someone's character. That's why traveling is a vital, for me I always say, invest in experiences and not things. And traveling is an experience that someone should invest in because things, you'll lose them or you'll forget about them, whereas experiences you'll carry with you forever.
Couldn't have been said any better. So now, we all know that, people our age, of course, people on social media, they'd rather just go for 1-minute videos, photos of places. Why should they go to the TV and watch what it's really like to travel to place? What's the difference between that and a simple Instagram post?
Well, of course, a simple there's not enough. 1 minute is not enough to be able to showcase a place. So for me, watching a TV show where it's like a full TV show, because ours is a 30-minute show. Literally all the information is there. We're going to put location tags. We're going to put ingredients for the food and the name of the food I just think there's more. You can get more information out of the show as opposed to a 1-minute Instagram video. And as well, our show is going to be available online too, right? After it airs, on website, on all, yeah. So after the show airs on TV, it's going to be available online as well, so viewers can keep going back to check and watch it as well.
So, produced by Positive Exposure Productions, Thank God It's the Weekend will air every Saturday at 9:30 p.m. That will be the first episode. The pilot episode will be on November 16th, and for those who don't get to watch the show on Saturday night, you can watch it on Sunday at 4:30 p.m. and at Wednesday at 11 o'clock p.m. So now we will open the floor to the media for questions.
Anybody have any questions? Yes?
You've done travel shows before, right?
Yes, correct.
What makes it different from your other shows before?
Okay, so in my previous travel shows, the filming days are really long, surprisingly. Sometimes it takes 4 to 6 days to shoot just one episode. Whereas with Thank God It's the Weekend, because the entire concept of the show is traveling, is to encourage people to travel even if it's a 2-day weekend or a 3-day weekend, we stay so true to that. So we don't film more than that. Literally, when I'm taping, the only time I get to sit down is when I'm in the car going to the next location. It's jam-packed. It's like one activity after the other. So it feels like the real deal. And that's what I love about it. Also, what I love about the show as well is the people that work with me on the show. So like our producers, our director, most of them are women. And I've worked with them before as well, so we have a very good working relationship with them as well. I'm very involved as well in some of the activities. They always ask me, Maggie, are you interested in doing this? Is there anything you want to feature or you want to do in this location? And I love that they integrate what it is I want to do on the show as well.
Do you bring along your son when you're traveling?
Sorry?
Do you bring along your son
You
when
know,
you're
I
traveling?
wish I could, but he's in school. He's already in the 2nd grade, so he goes to school from Monday to Friday till 3 p.m. every day, so I can't bring him with us. So yeah. But if he's on break, then yes, I could drag him along with me. But yeah, more often than not, I can't take him. You're welcome.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
Considering you are a wife, a mother, and you have a beautiful family, you have business, you're an influencer, you're an athlete, how do you manage your time?
Very good time management. No, so I'm a bit of a planner. I like to plan out my days in advance, so I know how much time I have. And there's 24 hours in a day. That's a lot of time. I also, I really think it's just good planning, pre-planning, and that's the secret. Good time management.
Just want to ask, what's an ideal weekend getaway?
For me, oh well, I love the ocean, but I love a good adventure. Like as much as I love the ocean, I also love a good hike. Like I would love to go hiking, and actually the show is perfect because it covers everything. Like it covers the ocean, it covers different kinds of adventures. For me, when I'm traveling, like if it's a short period, I want to make sure I get everything in there as much as I can. So I want to eat the local food. That for me is a must. One of the first things I look for when visiting a place is where to eat. It doesn't look it, but that really is one of the first things I look for is where to eat because I want to try the local food. I am a big foodie and I will try anything once. And so traveling to a destination that has more culture is more important to me than traveling to a city. Anyone else?
More questions?
Hi, I'm Alay from eLife San Manila.
Yes, hi.
Good afternoon. I'd just like to ask, is it part of the show to unveil how much expenses or particular routes that you will be? Because as a travel blogger, it's very important to know, is it realistic to go to a place, and if it's realistic, how much would that be preparing? Would you also include that in your travel show?
I think maybe we should consider that. That might be a good idea, actually. But I mean, so far, the places that we visited, they're very, I'd say in terms of mass market, they'll be able to afford it. It's one of the things that we're conscious about on the shows to make sure that your average Filipino will be able to go and experience and afford the place as well.
Probably you can also include the frequency of flights because in some of the islands in the Philippines, I'm from Mindanao, so there are certain areas that's only once a day, once every other day,
Right.
which is very hard. So
Actually, we consider that because, of course, when we film, we only film for 2 to 3 days. So we make sure that there's a flight schedule on those days as well.
thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Don't be shy. Or if you're shy, you can ask me later when I'm not sitting.
What's your beauty regimen?
My beauty regimen? Oh gosh. So, PSA, I just came from my dermatologist this morning before coming here.
Stacy?
Yes,
yeah.
yes, I go to Luminous.
Yeah.
So I was just there this morning. No, but it's honestly, it's really simple. I visit my dermatologist twice a month or once every 2 weeks. And then I always make sure I take all my makeup off at night before I go to bed. And your normal, toner, moisturizer. And that's pretty much it. I'm not really super fussy when it comes to my beauty regimen.
Thank you.
Less is more. Yes.
Ayun na. Mads, aside from traveling, what are the other things that you are thankful for when it's weekend?
When it's the weekend, time with family and friends. Because I live such a fast-paced, busy life, it's not often that I get to throw Sunday barbecues at the house sure to do is invite the friends over for dinner or for lunch, where I get to cook. I love to cook. I just don't have much time to do it now. But, it's something that I really enjoy doing.
What are your specialties?
Oh, okay. I cook a lot of Mediterranean food because I grew up in Saudi Arabia. So I cook like chicken biryani, we cook Indian food sometimes as well. I love making Mexican food as well. But yeah.
Karina, your son was asked kung nakakasama mo siya. What
Yeah.
about your husband?
Hindi din, busy din siya. Pareho lang kami busy. No, yeah, he doesn't really come with when I'm working. Kasi yeah, busy din siya. He's just launched like several new projects in the city, so which needs his attention. So when it's work, it's work. So he doesn't get to come along.
But it looks like your Instagram feeds, he's the photographer.
More often than not, yes, he is. If it's not him, it's Perul, my best friend, or Jaja, or Janella, my 3 girlfriends that are here with me. If it's not Vic, it's them. But yeah, I've trained them all to take my photo.
Maggie, are you aware na because of your Instagram feeds, people are, netizens are looking at you na parang, nakakaingit, something like that. Parang, they really look up to you with all your travels, with everything that you do. How do
Thank you.
feel on that?
Of course, I feel amazing. The whole point of being on social media is to share. It's to share all the places that I get to visit, all the things that I get to do. It's also to be able to show people that there are places that aren't so common that I think you should check out. Because I feel like a lot of us sometimes travel for shopping, whereas for me, I travel for the experience. And I always like to do things that are different. Like for example, the last time I was in the Bahamas, I got in the water and I swam with sharks. And not a lot of people get to say that, like in Iceland, we had to hike. We drove ourselves everywhere, and we hiked into the glaciers, to the waterfalls. That for me is an experience that I will cherish forever, as opposed to shopping in a city, because that doesn't give you any satisfaction. The satisfaction of being able to discover something and visit something or see something that you'll never, that most people won't see in a lifetime. That for me is really special.
But this is also what you want now, hosting, traveling, more than acting.
You know what? I've always loved hosting. And even when I was still in show business, when I was still acting, I was hosting also a lifestyle show. In fact, yung director namin doon, she's now part of this show. And that's why I said earlier, it's also the people behind the show that excites me. It's because I worked with them before, I know how they work. But hosting has always been my first love.
What else do you want to do?
Oh my gosh. I want to travel more, the world is so big, there's so little time. Again, some people, for me, it's really seeing what's out there, because I always feel like we live in a bubble, and we only see what's around us or what's easy. Whereas for me, I just want to see what the rest of the world has to offer. I want to, if I could live in the day of a life of a local, of someone, of someone from somewhere else in some remote part of the world, that for me is fulfilling, is exciting. That's what I want to do.
My last question, would you say that you're living your dreams now?
Oh, absolutely. I feel very fortunate and very blessed to be able to do what I do. And I always say, if I die tomorrow, I'll die a happy woman, because a lot of the things I've gotten to do, and a lot of the places I got to see, most people will never get to do in a lifetime. So I'm very fortunate.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Maggie.
Thank
Congrats.
More questions, please?
I'm listening. Thank you. You're really
Do the best friends have any questions? Alright, so if there are no more questions, we would like, Ms. Maggie, for you to give us one last message, whether about traveling, about the show. Do you have a message you can give us?
Well, no, I just, I can't wait for you guys to see, the show. I already saw the first episode. I showed it to my girlfriends and my family, and you know, and they were saying it's really special because not only is it a travel show, but it emits a feeling as well. It gives off that, you know, that wanderlust. And I also think the show, thank God it's the weekend, the way we did it was, it seems more personal to me. It's more like a vlog than it is a show. And I think that's important because sometimes with TV shows you get lost in all the scripts, whereas with Thank God It's the Weekend, you're going to see a lot more of me and a lot less of scripted scripts. So there, I can't wait for you guys to see it. I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, thank you guys so much, all of you, for coming here and spending time with us this afternoon.
Okay, a round of applause to Maggie Wilson. Thank you, everyone. So we would just like to thank our sponsors for this wonderful event. Traveloka, our official travel partner. Alegria, our official vegan partner and provider of some wonderful Spanish food. Gold's Gym, our official fitness partner, Stronger with Goals. Theocel, the world's first glutathione in lozenge form. The handbags by Old Aurora, handcrafted bags made of natural materials. Herbs of the Earth, reveal age-defying formula and joint aid for health joy. Belmont Hotel, Niqua leather bags, Myra lotion, Shimian Montesa Medical Group, Sorbelato for the ice cream, Malingkat Weaves, hand-woven textiles, Bobby Brown Clinic, our official beauty partner. So once again, thank you for being here, everyone. And one last round of applause for Maggie Wilson.
Hey guys, if you have any questions, you know, if you're shy to ask me, you're more than welcome to approach me later, and I'll be happy to answer them.
Yeah, approach Miss Maggie now because on Instagram she might not see the message.
Hindi mo, kanina yung contrast. Ethan, madilim pa rin. Dapat paharap tayo.
Dapat dito tayo. Dito siya. Kaya lang walang
Wala lang tumba.
Pwede bang ilawan dito?
Okay, kasi
Paayos natin.
nagda-dark yung ano.
grabe na.
Ano na?
Ikaw na talaga.
Pailaw naman.
Ang kaingit-ingit na babae.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So we'll just have a photo op now.
Can they light it from here? Okay, so they have a good photo. Oh, see din ako sa photo, no?
Hindi naman tayo delete.
Better na. Tingin.
Maganda naman yun.
Ayan, better.
Mary.
Ka-interview lang.
Selfie naman.
Yung kayo na konti.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, congratulations.
Maggie, malive kami sa Abantelliling. Meron kaming online show ni Ray Pumalo.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Kamusta na
Okay.
Kamusta na si Ray?
Bading pa rin.
Oh my God.
Okay na.
Expect mo ba? Magiging yan.
Okay, Maggie live tayo ngayon sa Abantelliling. First question, thank God it's the weekend. Bakit ganun yung time?
Kasi syempre, hindi pa lahat ng tao excited mag Friday na. Kasi syempre, weekend. Wala rin trabaho.
Pero ikaw parang kahit weekends or weekdays, exciting ang buhay mo.
Oh, actually no, Instagram lang yan, social media lang yan. Actually most of the days, work lang talaga siya and medyo boring. But yeah, but now we thank God it's the weekend. Masaya.
Pero paano ka nag-enjoy? Kasi parang ang mga tao ina-assume lahat ng kailangan ng isang babae. Meron na si Maggie.
Luxurious life.
Kaya
Ganyan
nga.
natin, ma'am.
Paano ako
Oo.
nag-i-enjoy?
Kasi parang masyado nang masaya yung buhay mo. Walang ka-problema raw si Maggie.
Meron naman.
Kinaiingitan ng lahat.
Meron naman, hindi lang pinapost sa social media.
Ah.
But yeah, honestly for me, to stay happy every day, you have to be thankful for the small things, the little things. Things as simple as getting to eat whatever you want to eat, every day. Like, kahit anong gusto kong kainin, I can have that. So that for me makes me very grounded. And syempre, you always have to remember where you started. So for me, everything is a blessing. Kasi if I look back at where I started 15 years ago,
15 years ago pa lang ba?
15 years na.
Okay, fine.
15 years pala, grabe ko naman!
Anong year ka ba sa
Ano?
youth
Ako
pageant?
13
Ay,
years
hindi,
old siya na
2007. Pero artista na ako bago ako nag-degree.
Oo.
2004.
Yeah.
Oo. 2004 ako nag-start.
Oh, tama nga, right. 15 years na.
Tama.
Oo nga.
So 15 years.
Pero sa show na to ba, makikita ko yung the usual na nakikita kay Maggie sa Instagram.
Nakatupis,
Nakatupis.
nakawali.
Kasi-
Hindi din.
Bakit?
Kasi depende sa location.
Okay.
Hindi naman lahat ng location may beach.
Oo nga.
So, may location na city din. So of course no, I'll be clothed naman. May damit naman ako on some episodes.
Pero yun, tinanong ni Rose kanina kung parang ano para yung gusto mong gawin. Parang at an early stage ng
Sabi
buhay
nga,
mo,
if ever na
nagawa
kunin
mo
ka
na
ni Lord,
eh.
you're happy na
Happy
eh.
na
Parang
talaga. Yes.
Wag naman, syempre.
Wag naman, pero but alam mo yun, thankful talaga ako. Kasi feeling ko lahat na-experience ka na yung gusto kong ma-experience. I mean, although
So
there's
ano
a
pa yung
lot
wini-wish ng puso mo? Parang,
ang dami ko pang bucket list, to be honest. And medyo,
hindi yung mga bansa na pupuntahan kasi parang nalibot mo na
Parang
yata ang
given
buong
na yun,
mundo.
yung travel.
okay, given na yung travel.
Sa bucket list mo,
Siguro magka-beach house.
connected pa rin talaga
Gusto ko
sa...
mag-retire sa beach.
Wala pa ba?
Wala pa.
Bakit hindi
I don't know.
Ito think the beach ano ka?
Honestly, yung bahay ko, siguro 1/4 lang out of the year ako nasa bahay.
Hindi ko rin naman.
Natutulog sa sarili kong bahay. Kasi I'm always traveling. And then yeah, eventually siguro more time lang to spend with family and friends.
Maggie, ang tingin nila sa'yo, parang you're so expensive, you're living
Prangkahin na
luxurious
natin.
life.
Sige, diretso na
Also,
natin.
how would you
Sobrang
react on
mayaman,
that?
sobrang
Are you-
maganda.
Totoo ba yung ganong impression? Or paano mo siya yan?
I think, you ask my friends, andito sila. Sobrang
Si ano,
expensive
si-
daw ng bahay, ng life ko.
Kasi nakikita nila sa mga
I'm
feed.
super luxurious.
Ah.
Actually, when I'm working, like for my store, I'm very hands-on. Maliit lang yung team ko, 5 lang kami. So, for us, parang all around kami lahat. Kailangan ko magbuhat ng gamit, magbubuhat ako ng gamit. Kailangan ko magwalis ng store, magwawalis ako ng store. So, it's not always luxurious. Of course, social media is, the photos that you post on social media is what you want people to see. But of course, there's a lot of things that happen in my daily life na sobrang normal at hindi luxurious at all. I don't always look like this. This is, we're at an event, so obviously I have to make an effort.
So paano yung normal days? Regular days?
Nakapusod ng
or-
buhok, nakagawa
Yeah,
ng
oo,
makeup.
totoo, nakapusod lang. Honestly, more often than not, hindi ko inaayos yung hair ko. Actually, hindi ko nga sinashampoo yung hair ko every day.
Talaga?
Oo,
Or-
mga every 3 to 4 days. Tapos lagi ako naka-t-shirt, leggings, at saka rubber shoes. Yung mga photos ko sa Instagram, mga bangko lahat yan. Binabangko ko yung mga pictures. So, lagi ako may post.
Kaya laging may ano.
Yes, and that's what a lot of other influencers
Lagi,
do.
napaka-supportive din sa'yo
Ng husband.
ni Victor.
Oo nga.
Diba? Would you say, parang, ano sasabi mo sa kanya as a husband?
I'm very fortunate to have someone that lets me do what I want to do. I feel kasi na minsan pag nagpakasal ka na, parang ang expectation sa'yo, sa bahay ka lang, mag-aalaga ka lang ng bata. And there's nothing wrong with that. But of course, for me kasi, nag-start ako magtrabaho 15 pa lang ako. 14, 15. So nasanay ako
13 nga yata, di ba?
Well, no, 14.
Mga ganon.
Mga 14. So, nasanay ako na gano'n.
for me, love ko talaga magtrabaho. Kaya never siyang nawala sa akin, kahit nagpakasal na ako, kahit nanganak na ako. As in, nag-i-enjoy talaga ako mag-work. And yun nga, fortunate ako na he allows me. I think kasi nakikita din naman niya that it makes me happy, that I enjoy myself.
Proud din siya dun sa mga, of course, sa mga picture. Ikaw yung model na...
Siyempre, pinipicturean niya ako. So proud siya. Kung ayaw niya, di niya ako pipicturean.
Pero paano ma-maintain yung ganyan? Kasi 2007 ka pa naging beauty queen, di ba?
Yes.
So, 2007 ba?
2007.
Okay, tapos hanggang ngayon,
12 years na, my God. Tagal na.
parang pwede ka pa rin sumali sa
Ay,
Binibining
thank you.
Pilipinas. Paano na-maintain daw yun?
Honestly, I eat well. Ang ginagawa ko talaga is intermittent fasting. I'm sure naririnig niyo na yung intermittent fasting. Yun yung ginagawa ko. So, nagpa-fast ako ng 18 hours. And then, kumakain ako ng 6 hours. Pero dun sa 6 hours na kumakain ako, lahat ng gusto ko kinakain. Yes. And for me, honestly, for me, yun yung
Nagwo-work siya.
Yun yung nagwo-work for me. And of course, exercise.
Okay. As a mother, kumusta ka, Maggie? Kasi, siyempre, you only have...
Oo nga. Ikaw ba yung
only
sobrang
child,
higpit
yes.
na mother?
Yes.
Okay. Wala ka bang planong sundan? Anong plan pa lang?
Wala pa. Kasi honestly, yung first pregnancy ko, sobrang higit. Sobrang hirap ako. As in, sick. I was sick the whole pregnancy. Medyo traumatizing yung pregnancy ko. Nagkaroon pa ako ng postpartum depression after. So, for me, hindi ako nagmamadali to have a second one. I'm very happy with Connor already. And to be honest, happy na ako with one.
Talaga ba?
Yes.
So, okay lang kay Victor na ano?
Well, he wants one more. I don't know.
Babae
we'll
rin
see.
sana.
Babae na pagkasalina mo ng dreams mo, no?
Oo, kailangan merong future beauty queen.
We'll see, but for now, we're good with just one.
Pero si husband ba, hindi nagsiselos? Like for example, sa social media, nakikita yung... Alam naman natin, maraming nagme-message sa social media na parang...
I think, I'd like to think naman that I keep him secure. Na I never make him feel insecure, or I never make him feel like that's something he should worry about.
Are you asking before you post me?
No.
Ah, talaga? Wala siyang higpit pa.
Wala
siyang
wala.
mga
And siya
restriction.
talaga, yung mga topless ko na shots, siya naman
Oo
siya
nga.
naman yung kumukuha nun
Oo nga eh.
So, you know, kung may problema siya doon, hindi sana, habang sinushoot,
O pagka-shoot
sabi
na,
niya no.
delete na.
Exactly. So,
Pero hindi
for
niya
him,
sinasabi na medyo limitahan or...
Hindi naman. And again, very fortunate ako that he's like that. Because yun nga, I guess he feels secure, diba? So he doesn't need to feel jealous or insecure.
How do you do that na parang all areas of your life ay
Successful.
all good?
It's not always all good. It's just what is portrayed on social media. Of course, there are downs in my life, but I'm just the type of person na hindi ko siya hindi ko in-air yung dirty laundry ko. And ayoko ng negative vibes.
Ayaw ng bareto.
Ayoko, no, wag ganun. Nakaka-stress yung ganun.
Ini-stress ka ni Rose,
Life is so short. You don't wanna be stressed.
So ayaw mo naman mami sa mga showbiz intrigue?
Ayoko, no. Hindi ko na may miss yun.
Speaking of stress, na-stress ka ba yung sa mga parang there was a point in your life na sobrang controversial because of the beauty pageant?
Yes, a little bit.
Ah.
But again, for me kasi, nasa industriya kami na laging may masasabi ang tao. Diba?
Yung opinion
Yung
mo parang...
opinion mo, you know, it's either good or bad, they'll take it against you. But at the end of the day, pag inisip mo, binavalue pa rin yung opinion mo kasi nag-react sila eh. Diba?
Super react sila.
But super react sila. But for me kasi, again, kung magre-react sila ng ganon, at the end of the day, hindi na naman ako kilala ng taong yun eh. Ang nakikita lang nila yung nasa social media, or yung naririnig nila, or yung nakikita nila sa mga posts ko. So for me, at the end of the day, what matters is yung mga tao na mahal ko, na nakapaligid sa akin, they understand where I'm coming from, they understand me, then I really don't mind. I don't mind.
Pero
I don't mind them.
showbiz, no, wala ka na interest. I mean,
Kahit
going back to
acting,
acting.
oo nga.
I don't know actually.
Don't
Wala.
you miss it?
I
Or
miss it
ikaw na lang ang
sometimes.
mag-produce.
Talaga, sometimes. So, mga
Sometimes.
best you sometimes.
I miss it sometimes. Kasi syempre masaya din naman. You know, acting is fun because you get to portray a different character. And nung artista ako, I was a contrabida and I really, really enjoyed being a contrabida. It's just, of course, pag taping, mas mahaba yung hours, mas grabe yung schedule ng artista. So,
Yun ang hindi mo na kaya.
Yeah. Oo, parang ganon. At least with hosting, halimbawa yung isang episode ng show, 2 to 3 days lang yung taping tapos na. And then 10 episodes lang a season. So, hindi siya ganun ka-hectic. May time pa rin ako.
Ano ang last mo na acting?
Yung ano,
For yung acting talaga, was Beauty Queen. With
Oo,
GMA.
GMA.
With Isa
Tama.
Calzado.
Okay. Teka lang, may curious ako. Sa 100%, mga ilang percent na yung travel mo around the world? Feeling mo?
90.
No,
95?
not even.
May mga bansa kaya na nakita natin sa Instagram lang.
Mga 50 siguro.
50 pa lang? You think?
Yes, kasi I've only visited 40 countries. But I've been to all 7 continents na. Lahat na ng continents na visit ko na. Pero country-wise, nasa 40
Kung
pa lang.
nag-accounted mo siya, 50 countries pa lang.
Ito, may
50%.
listahan pa nga ako. I'll show you. Hindi nga, may listahan ako. So, check natin, ha? Countries visited. Seryoso ako. Ayan o, countries visited.
Ayun.
Nililista ko siya. Oh, 39.
O, 29.
39 countries.
So, mga ilan pa? Lumabas
May mga countries pa na gusto kong i-visit. Like for example, I want to go to Greece. Hindi pa ako nakakain ng Greece. I want to go to Sri Lanka. I want to go to Pakistan.
Croatia, you've been there.
I've never been to Croatia, but I want to go. I want to visit more of South America, like Argentina, Peru.
You've never been there.
Costa Rica. I've been to Chile and Colombia, but I've never done Brazil. I've never done Peru. I want to explore more South America. Like Europe, medyo na ano ko na siya. But,
Explore mo na.
yes. And Asia, of course, Southeast Asia.
Philippines, mga ilang
Ang dami.
provinces.
Oh my God. Sobrang dami.
Pa na hindi mo napupuntahan.
Sorry?
Sobrang dami pa na hindi mo napupuntahan.
Sobrang dami. Siyempre kasi 7,000 islands. Hindi lahat yung mapupuntahan ko.
Talagang plano mo puntahan yung 7,000
Feeling ko hindi ako aabot. But you know, but yeah, madami pa rin akong hindi nabivisit dito sa Philippines. You know, like the Mindanao area, konti pa lang yung nabisit ko. Even Visayas. Like, there's so many more. And that's why excited ako to do the show kasi ang dami naming locations na hindi ko pa napupuntahan.
Okay, so itong lahat pala to, dito lang sa Philippines.
Yes, kasi in partnership nga siya with the Department of Tourism. So, hopefully, sana, pag natapos na yung buong season, pwede siyang i-air sa ibang bansa to invite people to come to the Philippines.
Pa-promote na lang ng ating Thank God.
Yes. Hi! Please watch Thank God It's the Weekend. November 16 na po yung airing. It's at 9:30 p.m. no? Miss Marinelle, 9:30 p.m. right? 9:30 in the evening. 9:30 p.m. Saturday. Okay. Sunday 4 p.m. and Wednesday 11 p.m. Okay. Ay, nagbago yung ilaw.
Kaya
Okay
mas
lang.
maganda pa.
Kaya nga, picture lang. Mas maganda.
Mas gumanda.
Okay, so I'll say it again. Please watch Thank God It's the Weekend. November 16 na po yung premiere namin. It's gonna air every Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Tapos may replays on Sundays at 4:30 on CNN.
Nag-meet na ba kayo ni Catriona? No. No talaga, kahit sa mga event ng... Hindi ka naman nagpupunta sa event ng mga binibigyan.
Although, ini-invite nila ako all the time.
Mag,
Di lang. Yes.
Ay.
Picture?